Drew, and I'm out here at Santee State Park with Michelle, our amazing photographer behind the scenes, and I want to introduce you guys to our new friend. This is Ranger Adam, and he's a ranger over at Santee State Park. And he's going to tell you guys first a little bit about the history of Santee State Park.
All right. So you can't really start talking about the history of Santee State Park without talking about Lake Marion and the formation of the lake. So 1938, South Carolina put together a program. It was called South Carolina Hydroelectric and Navigational Program Project to develop Lake Marion and Lake Moultrie to produce hydroelectric power. With that going on, they cleared Lake Moultrie, and in 1940, 1941, they were in the process of clearing Lake Marion, and World War II broke out. So they did not get all the trees cut, and because of that, they went ahead and flooded the lake. So if you come to Santee State Park, you'll notice all the trees out in the middle of the lake that are still standing.
That's the first thing I noticed, and I asked him right away, why are there trees in the middle of the lake?
And that provides great habitat. So because of that, once the lake was created, there was a lot of public input wanting to develop a park along the shores of the lake, provide recreation, picnicking, that kind of stuff. So in 1942, the County of Orangeburg donated the property that we're standing on today to develop into a park. Now, because of the war going on and everything else during the 40s, the park wasn't actually opened until 1949. And when the park opened, it was very small. It just had a few picnic shelters, it had a little small swimming area, and then people were walking down some trails, and they used to come out here and boat. It wasn't really until the late 60s whenever the park kind of got developed into what you see today. In 1967, the park actually changed hands from the South Carolina Forestry Commission to what is currently known as the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. And the Forestry Commission still exists. They created a new agency to run the state parks.
Wow.
So with that, the state parks and the Parks, Recreation, and Tourism actually come in and develop the property even further. They added our 2 campgrounds, 150 sites, 100 sites. They developed 30 cabins, built 30 cabins during that time frame. They also developed another picnic area, built the park office, the nature center which we're standing in, the tackle shop, and several other facilities that you still see today when you ride around the park.
Wow.
And basically, the stuff that was built in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s is still what you see here at the park today.
It's a lot.
And there have been some minor altercations here and there, but that's one of the great things about coming to visit state parks, is that, you know, your grandparents that came here, parents that came here could come back and see some of the same things as they were growing up. But still, sure, they may be renovated, maybe changed a lot, but they can still see some of the same areas here at the park.
Yeah, that's awesome. So with that, could you tell us a few things that they can do here at the state park?
So there's endless number of things to do at Santee State Park. As already mentioned, we have 150 campsites. So you can come out, you can go camping. We have over 10 miles worth of trails. We have 4 trails total. 3 of them are pretty short trails. They're like between a half mile to a mile long.
The easy trails.
That's right. They're very easy. And then we have a 7-mile bike trail, which that is the only trail that you can ride a bike on here in Santee. However, you can also walk that trail as well. It provides excellent views along the lakefront.
Oh, awesome.
We also have our 30 rondettes style cabins, 10 which are actually sitting on piers over the lake.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you can actually come enjoy a very unique experience you can't get anywhere else.
And what do those cabins that are either one run, and about how early would they need to look into that in advance?
So with our campsites and cabins, South Carolina Park Service allows reservations 13 months in advance.
Okay.
Our cabins, typically you need to make reservations 6 to 8 months in advance to get a date that you're looking at. But some major holidays, you need to book it 13 months to the date.
Okay.
And the rates on our cabins, they kind of vary. But you're looking at anywhere from close to about $100 a night up to $180 a night. $180 a night is going to be like July 4th weekend coming up.
Okay.
But sometimes during the wintertime, during the week, you can get a great deal and stay for $90, $100.
Okay.
And at the same time, our cabins come fully furnished. So they come with full kitchens. We furnish bed, bath linens.
Oh, awesome.
They have TV, DVD players in them, wireless internet. So it's really like a home away from home that you can come out here and stay.
And that's a really good price for a home away from home, especially right here near the lake.
That's right.
And do you guys have swimming out here?
So we do not have any designated swimming areas at the park.
Okay.
However, the park sits on the big lake, which people do take it upon themselves to go out there and swim in the lake. But we do not have any designated areas in the park.
So if they wanted to go out there, if you wanted to, could they go swimming?
Yes.
Okay. So they allow you to swim, but there's not a designated area, so you're swimming at your own risk.
That's correct.
Okay. So just keep that in mind if you want to bring your kiddos out here. What is some other things that they can do out here? So they can camp, they can picnic, they can take rent a cabin. What about the fishing and boating out here?
All right. So, of course, park sits on Lake Marion, which is the largest lake in South Carolina at 110,000 acres. So obviously boating is a very big deal here at the park. You can go out boating. Most people bring their boats and stuff with them. We do work through a third-party company here that rents canoes, kayaks, stand-up paddle boards, and all that. Their rates and stuff change, so you would need to check in with them. That current company is Paddle Santee, which is also associated with Fish Eagle Tours. Fish Eagle Tours actually does nature tours out on the lake.
Oh, awesome. Is there a certain kind of boats that they can or cannot have out here? Like, obviously, you're not going to bring your yacht out here, I don't think. But what can't they bring as far as a boat?
So you can put pretty much any kind of boat out here on the lake. It's always caused concern because of how big the lake is. Some of your smaller boats and stuff like that can get in trouble out here on the lake. But there's really no restrictions on what size boats they can put in on the lake. However, our boat ramps here at the state park are not conducive to really large yachts, really large boats, and that kind of stuff, just maneuvering through the parking lots and actually getting down the boat ramp. But we've easily had people put 30-foot boats in, back down the boat ramp,
Okay.
go out, enjoy the day.
So no motor size limit.